Hello, I'm Trudy, One Grounded Angel, and this is the weekly angel card reading for the week of July the 18th to the 22nd, 2016. So, for those of you who haven't seen one of my very rough but hopefully entertaining or at least helpful angel card videos, what I do is I have a different angel card deck for each day of the week. Some readers use the same deck for the whole week, but I like to mix it up. And what I do, I've already blessed the cards and asked the angels to come through and guide me to pick the right card for you guys. And so what I do now is shuffle a deck for each day. The angels tell me when to stop, or it just jumps out. I pick up that card and they tell me the messages to go along with that, and I deliver it to you in a way that's hopefully very clear and helpful. So starting from Monday the 18th, and just open this deck. And one's jumped out. Your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. So this sort of message sort of underpins every kind of message that we get, and it is about reminding us to trust our intuition, or what some people refer to as their gut instinct. So a lot of the time we make decisions and we feel a little frozen because common sense says one thing, but we just have this nagging sense that it's supposed to be another way. So and often if you go with the logical answer, it'll be later on that it'll transpire that probably your intuition was right all the time. So it is very difficult to learn to trust your intuition, but this reminds us that that little voice or that nagging suspicion is always right, even though common sense may say otherwise, and you should always trust it. So this will speak particularly to those of you who are facing decisions at the moment, but it also is just a general rule of things you come across in your daily life. Always trust your inner guidance. So now looking ahead to Tuesday, the 19th of July. Got some noisy construction going on outside. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. Sometimes it takes a while. Okay, we've got heart chakra. Oh, upside down. So chakras are the energy centers in our auric field, which is just outside our body. And so our life force, our chi, our prana, our kundalini flows through those, that sort of highway, I guess you could call it, energetic highway, and they can get blocked at certain points. And the chakra is one of the main 7 chakras that we focus on, and it's the one concerned with love, obviously, and the way we give and receive love. So sometimes we're very good at giving love, support, attention to other people, but not so good at taking it back. You know, the people who can never ask for help, or always say no and don't like compliments. So that's one way, or one indicator that there's a block in your heart chakra. So this card reminds us that the importance of opening up, and it's important to have in a healthy relationship an even balance of giving and receiving love. You know, you shouldn't be martyring yourself by giving everything to someone, including your kids. You need to be able to receive back as well, because if not, you're going to leave yourself empty, and you're not having the full experience of a healthy relationship either. So and you're not allowing the other person to help you and to give love to you, which means there's a block there. So the heart chakra card also speaks to loss. So people who are struggling with unresolved grief, and when I say unresolved, grief does take a long time. It never really resolves completely, does it? You always miss the person, but I mean, perhaps you haven't delved into it enough, and there's still some more emotional kind of not solutions, but some sort of emotional kind of realizations and lessons to go through in order to make peace with that grief journey. And of course, grief blocks us, our heart chakra, because it stops us from being open to love, especially if it's the grief around the loss of a relationship. That of course makes us harden our heart a little bit and build walls against opening up to love. And I know if you've lost someone through bereavement sometimes, and you're not allowing yourself to really sit with that and go through it, you just want to kind of get on with it and not think about it. You're actually blocking off other people in your life that want to help you and to give love to you, because you've got that stoic kind of thing going on. You're not opening up. So there's a lot of different ways that could be meaningful to you, but the main theme of it is making sure you're giving and receiving love, particularly to people who are annoying or really not helpful in your life. It doesn't mean you need to be nice to people who are mistreating you, but it does mean you need to view them from a position of love and kindness, and not go out of your way to definitely to avoid playing their games. Is there anything else that we need to talk about with this? The main theme is just understanding it's safe for you to open your heart and to be open to all forms of love. So that's Tuesday. Looking ahead to Wednesday the 20th of July. It's almost the very same message. Guinevere, true love. This card deck I'm using right here is the Goddess card. So Guinevere is not an angel. It uses goddesses to depict kind of essence of the message. But the messages that are coming through to me are from the angels. So true love, it's about romantic love here. And I've already talked about how we can put up resistance to that and block it through past hurts that we haven't made peace with and need to heal from. Remembering that hurts are part of, as horrible as they are how we learn lessons and become stronger and attract. Once we learn the lessons, we open ourselves up to greater love and blessings. So this is very much about romantic love, not just the love that you have for your close friends and your family. And it is inspire or giving some hope to the singletons here that there is true love coming your way. I can sense a lot of you have a very a heavy heart and some despair around your romantic journey and feel that there's not going to be someone out there for you, and that's a very easy kind of conclusion to reach when we have media messages telling us there's that statistically the odds are against you, and that all these sorts of stories we hear about how hard it is to find the right person, that all women are game players and all men are cheaters, and all these sorts of stupid ideas that we have, and it's very easy to kind of buy into those stories. But the universe says actually that's not true. It is true of some people, of course, but if you are acting with love, and if you have learnt the lessons you need to learn, and if you have love for yourself, you're not going to be coming across those sorts of people, or you're not going to be attracted to them, because your vibration is high enough that you're going to attract a partner who's on your level and will treat you with the kindness that you deserve, and respect, of course, as well. So it's a message of hope that there is someone out there for you. Do not give up. Do not buy into the stories of despair, and make sure you're doing all you can in the meantime to enrich your own relationship with yourself. So self-love is a really important theme here. For those of you who are already in relationships, there's an opportunity here for you to invest in your relationship, remembering that relationships are something that they're not a static entity, they're something that flows and that needs to thrive, so which, like a plant, you need to keep feeding them. And obviously there are going to be times you're going to have challenges, you might be separated for various reasons, distance, but you need to make sure you're still emotionally investing in the relationship and giving the other person space, holding space for them to do their own growth as well. So you're not clinging on too much, you're not suffocating, you're giving space, but you're also investing love and support and opening up and being vulnerable as well. So there's an opportunity for you or a reminder here to make sure that you are doing all you can to be the best partner that you can be, and to work on your relationship with yourself as well, because as soon as you work on that, there are flow-on effects for your romantic relationship, because no one else can love you more than you love yourself. Does that make sense? No, that doesn't make sense. Sorry about that. No one else can fulfill the lack that you have in your own self-love journey. You need to supply that. You need to step up. And once you've done that, they will be a boost for you, or a bonus. They're not going to supply everything that you lack. That's what I'm trying to say. So you can't look to someone else. You can't outsource your need to have a relationship with yourself and to care about yourself. That's something you absolutely need to do. And every single person on this planet is here for a different reason, but everybody has the same purpose. They need to be working on their own relationship with themselves and loving themselves, because that is how you, the platform from which you go forward to love other people and to teach them and to grow. Without that fundamental essence, if you're calling yourself names, you're insulting yourself, you don't feel like you're good enough, you're never going to be able to vibrate high enough to attract the blessings, to attract more of what you need and to keep learning. So it's a really important lesson to master. Looking ahead to Thursday with my giant 88 deck card deck. You'll notice that whenever I shuffle this one, I sort of make a big show about it because it's so awkward and I feel really clumsy with it. But and then I drop it like that. But it is, while it's not my favourite card deck, it's the one that people respond to more than others, I think. It's called the Archangel Power Tarot deck. Is that what it's called? Yes, that's correct. So I don't personally like the tarot. I find it quite dark and just doesn't have the energy that I love. But the Archangel Tarot is a nice kind of, or tarot for the Americans watching. I know you like to call it tarot. This is a nice kind of in between for me. And although it's not my favourite, I know that I can receive the messages clearly from it that in a way that helps people. So finally, I've managed to get a card out of that deck, and it's called Six of Gabriel. So there's a celebration theme to this. It's about looking back and celebrating how far you've come and looking forward as well to where you can go next. So congratulations, you've done a wonderful job is what it says. So they are highlighting your professional, your work realm with this, and they're saying that you know, your achievements in a professional sense are meant to be a springboard, not a mattress. So, you know, when you're striving for something, you think, oh, you know, you put all your focus on getting to that goal and you think, oh, when I get there, I'll feel whatever it is I want to feel. But then when you get to that point, you're probably not going to be satisfied because we are driven to keep striving for more. So you want to celebrate how far you've come and commend yourself for the work that you've done, but you need to keep looking ahead to where you're going next. And with that kind of experience of success behind you, you know what you're capable of, and you can set those goals higher. So promotions and scholarships. I think promotions are being highlighted a lot here for some of you. If you've got your eye on a promotion and you're not there yet, this will encourage you to keep doing the work on that. And to your biggest hurdle for people who are struggling to get promoted at work or to get more responsibility is your own thought patterns. So making sure that you are not thinking, oh, I'm useless, I'll never get this, everyone else is better than me. Make sure that you're focused on, I have unique gifts to offer this this company and these clients, and there's good reason, and I know I can do it. So keep focusing on what you can do, and don't let despair hold you back or any sort of negative thought patterns. So yeah, it's an encouraging card, also celebratory. Looking ahead to Friday. Oh. It's a little awkward to shuffle today. Must be the cold. Got to keep shuffling till I get the right one. So I know some people who've bought angel card decks and have asked me, how do you know when to stop? Sometimes I'm worried I'm going to get the wrong card. You can't get the wrong card. That's really the good part about working with these, because the message that you need to get, you'll always get, unless of course you're one of those people who's too dependent on the cards and is using them constantly to try and make decisions instead of using their own intuition. So you shouldn't be using cards more than once a day or anything like that, because your guide is your intuition, and if the angels feel like you're leaning on them too heavily instead of making your own, being empowered within your own abilities, they will give you confusing messages, and they will give you false leads because they want you to step up. It's really, these are supposed to be empowering. They're not supposed to be to dictate your course. Okay, we've got Archangel Michael. Gosh, that took a long time to get that card. Archangel Michael. So he is the one of the major archangels, and he's associated with protection, safety, confidence and courage. So all those really great things that we need to thrive. We need to feel like we're safe. We need to feel like we are confident to handle anything that comes our way, and we need to feel like we're brave enough to really step forward when we're challenged. So Michael is one of those angels. I call on him every day without fail. I use him to protect me. I ask him to shield me. I ask him to give me confidence when I need it, and I always ask for courage when I need it, because we've got so much power within us that we don't even realize. So what Michael's doing is he's reminding us of our own abilities to do what we need to do, because we're never given more than we can handle. So if you're facing a challenge and you feel like you're not good enough, you are good enough, because you wouldn't be in this situation otherwise. But it's important to look to the angels. They're there for support. That's why they're assigned to us. That's their job. And ask them to bring forward the power that's already within us, and to lend us more if we really feel like we need that from the heavens. So it's not cheating to ask an archangel to help you. It's not like you're trying to take a shortcut, because they're just giving you the abilities that you already have. You're already capable of vastly more than you realize. So call on Michael today if you're feeling scared. Ask him to use the sword of light to slay through your worries, your anxiety, and to give you courage to overcome those challenges that you're facing. He's also good for. I use him if I happen to feel worried about my personal safety as well. He's a good person to call on. When I go to sleep, I ask him to send angels to every door and window of my property to watch over the occupants and to safeguard the property, to make sure that it's not exposed in any way. And that kind of lessens the burden a bit, so it's a bit easier for me to sleep. So he's a really great. He's one of my the entities that I lean on the most, and that's what he's there for. He can give us so much of what we need to live better lives and to realize who we are more strongly than we could perhaps on our own. So don't forget to call on him. You must ask for help. The angels can't help you if you don't ask for them to intervene, because that would be violating your free will. So you need to call on them, and don't feel like you're dragging them away from anything more important. There's nothing more important than helping you, and they can be with everyone at the same time, simultaneously. So, and there's nothing too trivial. In fact, Michael was associated randomly with appliances, so you can call on him to help you with mechanical things. And if you Google this, you can find all sorts of crazy stories of him helping repair things, anything from cars to I don't know, computers, but obviously sometimes things are not meant to be fixed there, so bear that in mind. But he's a good person to call on for all sorts of things. So what else do I need to tell you of this? I don't think there's anything else really. It's important that you know that you're already strong enough and you've already got those gifts to face what you're dealing with, but he's kind of bolstering that. I've just noticed on my ceiling and wall there's a lot of light patterns, which look really cool. I don't know if that's some extra energy coming through. We'll go with that. So looking at our themes, we have a romance theme for the week. Okay, there's some construction going on outside. Sorry about that. So we've got on Tuesday and Wednesday, we've got completely made a mess of that. Okay. So Tuesday's emphasis is more on dealing with any blocks that we've got in our romance and the way we bring ourselves, the way we show up for relationships, and the way that we put energy into them. Dealing with any blocks there, and just making sure that we are doing all we can to give and receive love. There's nothing holding us back there. And the Wednesday sort of is the counterpart, not the counterpart, but the sort of companion to that, saying, how much potential we have for love and how much capacity we have, and we can all be doing more to open our hearts in that area. We also had earlier in the week, trusting our intuition. They are saying, for some of you, there's a very specific circumstance that this is going to speak to, I think it's mostly work related. For some of you, it's dealing with family and relatives that you're going to need to really listen to your intuition. We've got So some work successes and goal setting kind of guidance, and Michael coming through at the end of the week to give us the confidence and courage and the protection that we need. So that's all for the week. I'll be putting these up on social media every day, and there's more detail there as well when I put them up. So my Instagram account is @OneGroundedAngel, and I have a Facebook page as well with the same name. My blog is onegroundedangel.com, and you can go there to find out more about how to book a personal reading. And if you have any questions as well, don't forget to contact me via the blog to ask that. That's really all there is to say about this week. I hope you have an amazing week and it brings you everything that you want. Don't forget to call on the angels when you need for help. And don't forget that you're never given more than you can deal with. And that some of the things that look dark or hard are actually sent to help us grow and expand to be all that we can be. So there's always something greater on the other side. I will look forward to reading for you again next weekend. Take care.